Before we get started, cue my guy, Indigo Saint. Let's go. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer? Best believe I was Blackrue investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on our Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing.
What is up, guys? Let's see who's in the house here. And as we normally do, we'll give you guys some time to come in here. Let me switch to sharing the screen. Boom. Let's share this on Twitter. Let me go here. I have to go. All right, there we are. Grab the link. Actually, I'll keep this up too so I can see comments. What's up, JJ Wentworth? Grab the link. Let me do a little muting here. Got some crypto royalty up in the house, boy. JJ's up in the house. Happy New Year, bro. Then let me get shared over on Twitter. So today, just want to talk about some of the FUD. It's at a serious all-time high, which makes me just more bullish on crypto, to be honest with you. And then Metaverse, does it stick by 2024? I think it will. I think it might take a little bit longer, but we can get into a little bit of that. Let me go take some of these down. Okay. All right, cool. So let's talk about this FUD right quick. So King and Zay got a little bit into it. All right. Joe Rogan, he brought on a guy, Peter Zehan. Well, let's look up old Peter Zehan right quick. See who he is, because he's an expert, right? You wouldn't think he was an expert by some of the things that he's saying, but he's an expert. Okay. A geopolitical analyst and author. Okay. Let's look up his little Wikipedia right quick. BS degree from Northeast Missouri State University. Postgraduate degree in Asian Studies from University of Otago, New Zealand, and from the Patterson School of Diplomacy and International Commerce in University of Kentucky. Okay, not so sure why he's like one of the chosen one. I mean, that's not necessarily a glowing resume there. It's nothing like Harvard or Yale, or that he was like on a presidential post or anything. But okay, he was on Joe Rogan. So let's take a listen to what this guy says. Let me make sure my volume's up here. Okay.
Yeah, it was always a hot dumpster fire.
Crypto.
Yeah, it was always a hot dumpster fire.
Always?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that it was all fraud. Some of it was a pyramid scheme. There's never been anything there. It serves no purpose. It's not a store of value. It's not a medium of exchange. And as we have seen, if you want it decentralized and not under government control, it is a haven for fraudsters. And now it is in the process of going to zero, except for Bitcoin, which will probably go negative, because if we're moving into a world with carbon taxes, you have to take into account the energy that it took to produce it in the first place.
Well, that's certainly playing out with like FTX.
Yeah.
Where you're finding out that
There'll be
it's a
more.
house of cards.
Yeah,
Do you feel like that's just sort of opened the door for people to examine all of crypto now?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's like as soon as you have one of the big ones go down, it's just
and just go down catastrophically within a week.
Yeah, I mean, just there's no intrinsic value to this asset.
Crypto.
So my man said a whole bunch in a very short amount of time. And then notice the communication tactic. He just rolled up all of crypto into FTX, which, right, crypto's so much bigger than just what happened on FTX. That's an exchange, a centralized exchange. Shout out to JJ Wentworth, who is one of the first guys I know to point out decentralized exchanges did not fail. Centralized exchanges fell. So shout out to him and Crypto and Down for that. All right. So that's a communication tactic. Like if I was to bring up like Joseph Stalin, like you don't want to be like Stalin. I'm not going to use the H guy's name because a lot of people get really like, I don't want my video or anything to happen to it. Like, or if I was to mention like, God, Stalin is the closest person I can think of besides mentioning the H guy's name. That guy in Germany. You're like, you don't want to be like Stalin, do you? You don't want to be like, Bernie Madoff, do you? Like certain things. So he rolled up all of FTX into all of crypto, which we know is just like, come on, crypto's the metaverse. Crypto's, they're like DAGs. There's like blockchain. There's like bank coins. There's like instant settlement. There's so much, but he just said crypto, and then he just rolled FTX into it. But let's get into the like all of this what this guy said in like 30 seconds, which was just completely false.
Yeah, it was always a hot dumpster fire.
Always?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that it was all fraud. Some of it was a pyramid scheme. There's never been anything there. It serves no purpose. It's not a store of value. It's not a medium of exchange. And as we have seen, if you want to decentralize...
Okay. Holds no purpose. We just got through talking about Ripple last night, right? And how Ripple's doing kind of just basically on-demand liquidity. And banks have a liquidity problem right now, right? So it literally serves that purpose. When you think about that and the distributed ledger technology, the crypto quant, all the coins that are working with the banks, all that distributed ledger technology that they have, and they're fixing a liquidity problem, literally serves a purpose. And then there's, the metaverse and all that other stuff, but literally serves a purpose. We can get on to like Bitcoin and how it's like money that kind of takes it out of the hands of the government. There's like peer-to-peer transfer between two people, which is essentially like if I did a service for JJ, right? JJ did a service for me. Like I went over and like, I don't know, like painted his house, and he went and he fixed my car or something like that. Like it's in kind, like an exchange of like services. But instead, we just paid each other in Bitcoin. But like, and those are just straight off the top of the dome. Like we can get off into like so many other reasons and values for crypto, but he says holds no value, right?
And not under government control, it is a haven for fraudsters. And now it is in the process of going to zero.
Haven for fraudsters. Okay, now all the people who say this, like, it's so crazy that FTX was involved with the government and they were frauding with the crypto. And we people seem to like that really love crypto, seem to use it in a great way. but the government's the people who fraud with it. But let's just say that he was referring to Bitcoin. You wouldn't really want to fraud with Bitcoin because it has a ledger, it keeps a ledger. And shout out to Reggie Middleton. He's one of the first people that kind of point this out. They always say it's a haven for fraudsters, but you really wouldn't want to fraud with Bitcoin because it keeps a ledger. Like maybe if you're using a privacy token, right? But moving on.
Except for Bitcoin, which will probably go negative, because if we're moving into a world with carbon taxes, you have to take into account the energy that it took to produce it in the first place.
Shout out to Waters Above. Check out his channel, Waters Above Crypto. He pointed out something where it's like, I know it's really creative how he pointed that out. The traditional banking industry actually uses far more energy to keep itself going than actual Bitcoin does. To mine gold and other precious metals takes far more energy than Bitcoin. But they keep you focused on a little thing, right? They try to focus on this one thing. And but anyways, it's ridiculous when you compare it to other things. Yes, it does take minute energy to mine Bitcoin. When you focus on so many of the other things here, like, okay, how much does it take to do the traditional mining of like traditional to run the traditional system? Or how much does it take to mine gold? Or how much does it take to mine silver? Ridiculous, right? Moving on. And then he just stops after just spewing stuff for a good 15 seconds.
Well, that's certainly playing out with like FTX.
Yeah.
And of course, there's the communication technique. There's just so much wrong with this. And then I think King and Zay pointed out where he's like, well, you essentially can't use Bitcoin for trade because there's only X of them, which like goes against the whole thing, like with trading and scarcity. Like you want there to be a limited amount of things that you're trading so that it's a precious value. And of course, have you ever heard of Satoshis where you can break Bitcoin down into smaller parts? No, you haven't. Doesn't seem like you have because it just doesn't seem like you have. So it's really crazy, but a lot of people watch Joe Rogan and they're going to take that as the truth because they don't know anything about crypto. Just makes me more bullish on crypto. But let me see who we got in the house here before we continue on. Let me see. We're going over here. What's up, Crypto Nick? What's up, Kid Graybo? I love it. Dump the market. This makes me so much more bullish on crypto. Or if I could be even more bullish, right? But to me, they know all our data, right? They have data that knows like that says, okay, people are becoming more interested in crypto. Now they've just ran some campaigns. I don't know if coffee is the list like Joe Rogan, big or Joe Rogan connected, but now that he kind of hooked up with Lex Friedman to talk about the whole FTX thing, magically his audience goes from 1 million to like 2 point something million. And also now he gets this whole thing going with Logan Paul, where he's talking about his NFT project. So crypto funding is at an all-time high. And then you throw that in with the whole FTX saga. It's literally at an all-time high flooding of crypto. So it makes me believe that they have the data. They don't want us investing into crypto because they know the success of it. And the more that they can flood it, the more people stay out of it, the more they can have fun with their banking tokens and buy those up and buy up Bitcoin and then, you know, but just try to educate your family and friends. Um, like I know some of you out here are doing it. I'm sure my guy JJ Wentworth is out here doing it. Um, but try to educate your family and friends. Like when I show stuff like this, I try to show you like the counter argument so you can go in there and be like, okay, I know Joe Rogan said X, but look, Bitcoin doesn't look at how much energy the traditional banking system does. Let's see. Um, and look at the source. My man's resume is not that glowing, to be honest with you. But anyways, um, energy of traditional banking versus Bitcoin. Let me make sure I'm sharing here. I hope I am. Okay, perfect. Oh wow. I thought it would give us a chart or something. Let me go over here. Let's go back. Let's look at images because I'm sure we can find like a chart or something here. So there we go. Traditional banking, energy consumption, gold, Bitcoin. Like, come on. Come on. But that's enough for the FUD. Let's get into this the metaverse. Um, right now, I'd say the sector that I'm highest on is the banking sector because I think we have a really bad liquidity problem, right? So I think coins like XLM, coins like Algorand, coins like XRP, coins like Quant, coins like LCX, they're going to help the banking sector, right? The next sector, which is another sector that the people from the WEF push, is Metaverse. I think this is a sector that a lot of big money is going to want to push a lot of the people into. And you can know that by like if you just go to Sandbox and check out some of the things that are sitting in Sandbox, like Warner Music Group, for instance. Um, big money has investments there, and they're just waiting to turn that on. Whenever they turn that on, of course, you can also go to Facebook and Oculus and a whole bunch of money that Facebook has put into Metaverse. So much so that they changed their name to Meta, right? Um, to know that that's something that powers to be are going to put are being pushed is being pushed. So um, the top three we should probably look at as far as like holding and pumping our bags with might be Sandbox. Of course, not financial advice or anything, but it's down here at 53 cents. Let's just say it made it back to $5. That's a possible 10x, right? Or it had to go to like $5.53 or $5.30 or something like that, but possible 10x, right? Um, looking at sand there. And then another one we can think of is Decentraland. I think Sandbox is past Decentraland at this point, um, but I think both are heavy on the World Economic Forum's list because LCX. an exchange that's actually like a member of the World Economic Forum. They list both of these coins. So I think they're more heavily invested in sand, but they have their fingers in both of them, right? Possible 12x here, right? Then another you could be looking at here is Seek. Seek does have connections with Facebook, and they get all the stars. They've gone down heavy. Once at $1. Now we're sitting at, actually it was at $1 here. I don't know why they're showing it at 90 cents because it actually passed $1. Um, but anyways, those are three that I'm looking at. See who we got in the house here one more time. And of course, guys, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat and we'll get to them for sure. What's up, Pavan Guru? Matrix is real. Eat steak release date in March. Yeah, Matrix is real, bro. It's real out here. Um, yeah, I think we might have some lows in March. If they honestly release it, then who knows if it doesn't get pushed back to like April or something. But if they actually release it, then I think we do get some sell pressure. Um, and then another one I wanted to talk about because it kind of popped real quick, which is kind of funny why it popped. But the other one I wanted to talk about today is Gala Games. So back down to 4 cents. They tweeted that they were working with The Rock and Mark Wahlberg, and they shot up. They shot up all the way to like 5 cents, and then they deleted the tweet they were working with The Rock. It dropped down some. It dropped down to 3 cents. Now sitting at 4 still. I think Gala Games is pretty cool. I like how they're dealing with like kind of metaverse and all of that type of content. How they're going to deal with it. Like they got Gala Games, they got Gala Music, they got Gala Film. I think that's a pretty interesting way to do it, um, and to kind of take on all those genres. We already know that music needs some help. Like you got a lot of artists out here like Mos Def and Talib Kweli. They're releasing their stuff on Luminary on like its own app, and if you pay for the app and get a deal with the app for a year, you actually get to listen to their music for that year or whatever. So they're putting out their record that way, um, because these music deals are like nothing for actor or for rappers nowadays because Spotify only pays them like a fraction of a penny per listen. So um, things like Gala Music and different things could actually give them a different avenue for getting music out there. And I know they had a deal with Mount Mount Westmore. I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with them, but it's basically all the greatest artists on the West Coast, um, like Snoop Dogg, E40, and Too Short, and Ice Cube, all in one powerful group. I saw them. They had them on the front cover. I don't know why they got rid of them. Maybe they only had them on, like they only paid for them to come on there for a certain amount of time. But yeah, they had Mount Westmore on here. So yeah, so there you go, Mount Westmore. This is the actual thing they had on here, which I thought was pretty dope. And you can see it right there. That's E40. That's Snoop. That's Ice Cube, and that's Too Short. So they have a deal with them. They also have a deal with Death Row. Snoop bought the IP for that. So Death Row Records IP is on here. As a matter of fact, with Gala Film, I think he's doing like a whole like anime of like how the Chronic came together. Dr. Dre's like iconic the Chronic album. So they got some IP that's really like really sweet. But the whole thing that is kind of funny to me is they had this deal with The Rock and Mark Wahlberg for a while now. So it's like people just not finding out about it because they tweeted about it, I guess. But it's like, okay, that's known. It's been known. Where is it here? I might have deleted. Okay, there we go. So Games deletes tweet announcing partnership with The Rock. So still pretty cool. They have a partnership with Mark Wahlberg. I don't know what happened to their Rock partnership because not only did they delete that, I think they deleted the movie or whatever that had a reference to him in their stuff because there was like a picture of him on the film thing, and I don't see it there anymore. So maybe they decided to go in another direction. The Rock did. Well, I don't know. But here you can see the whole thing about the Chronic. So yeah, I definitely think Gala has a bright future as well. And what do we do with Gala Games? Look at some of the IP that Gala Games has. It's nice. Um, Battlestar Galactica, they have that IP over here. Where is it? There we go. Battlestar Galactica, Walking Dead, they got that IP. So, a couple different things here. And of course, Townstar, which they've had for a while. And Seek here, I just love Seek because, first of all, Black woman owned, Mary Spio. I really do like that in this industry that's really cool. Also, the fact that she just ends up getting to everybody. Ashanti, wow, okay. Just every time I open this page up, there's like a new star on here. Again, Jessie Reyes, Demi Lovato, Lady Gaga. The game's on here somewhere. Someone told me how to say my man's name here. He's huge in Africa. Um, Ari Lennox, Music Soul Child. I didn't know they got music. I haven't heard from music in a while. Uh, Tyga, Corday, and congratulations to Corday and Naomi Osaka. Naomi's pregnant, so Busta Rhymes. My God, they just They just keep going. The Baby, French Montana, The Game. Of course, if we go down here, they got Dwayne Wade doing some stuff over here, and they basically want to be an AR VR YouTube. If you guys are familiar with these guys, their phone app works right now, but they're trying to do this whole thing where they get their metaverse going. And you can go over there and buy land if you want to. Right now, I don't know what the prices look like, but that's available to you. Let me see if we got any comments over here. Okay, got a couple gaming ones. Yeah, out of three of those, I like Illuvium. Um, I like Illuvium. Yeah, they deleted the tweet. That's crazy, man. Why is BTC pumping? I wouldn't say that it's pumping, Pele. Um, I would just say that it's kind of like it hasn't moved in a while, so it's moving. You're gonna have little ups and downs, but really, um, I would say that this is a little bit of fool's gold. I don't think this will continue because we got so much longer until we get to the Bitcoin halving. We got a good God, we got over a year. It's like I think it's like May 2024. So we got so long until we get there, right? And again, like if we go over here and look at the market before the last Bitcoin halving, like let's just um okay, so Bitcoin halving right here, like it was May 2020. All of that down point. But I've been contending and saying to people, oh, I'm sorry, wrong chart, wrong chart. It looked like the Bitcoin chart for a second. Um, Luckily, I seen it enough where I was like, okay, that doesn't look right. um, okay, so where were we? So May 20th. But I've always contended that we're in the same point we were if we were like just coming out of 2018. So in 2018, we were 2 years away from the halving in 2020. Okay. So we're just coming into 2019, basically, where we're like almost a year away from the halving. So if you come over here and look, it actually just kind of fell towards the end of the year here. But what I would like to match it up with, and I've done this before, so I won't go too deep into it. What I like to match it up with is the tops. So the top here is the same as the top or the bottom, excuse me, in 2022, like around the 17, 16 area. Now in 2019, maybe we get the same low that we got here in 2019 as a high. Maybe we get the same low as we got as 2019 as a high. So right now, I feel like this is just another one of these. It's another one of these little points where they come up, they make the market come up just to get us down, just to tease us, and then bam. Well, that's that FTX right there. So I guess we can't necessarily count that, but So yeah, I don't know where it's okay. Well, yesterday what we pointed out on the chart is where's my GAN fan? Okay, there we go. What we pointed out on the chart is that if it passed 17.8, and it did pass 17.8, and we did that on a 4 hour. So it jumped way past that. So once, and you can see here, once it passed that like 17.8 area, it went bananas, so to speak. Once it passed that area, it went bananas. So the next area we have is 18.9. 18.9 on the 4 hour chart. Whoops. And understand you still 18.9, and I told you yesterday too, or that once the 50 costs the 200, that's a bullish point. Ended up being a bullish point, but if they can, if it can get up to, wait, did it just change on me? Okay, yeah, no, 18.9. So if it can get up to 18.9, that's the next point. That's like forever up though. Let's try to let's go back to the day chart. On the day chart, you got a little resistance here at 18.6 that it can bounce off of. And let's see where my, you can see here is way oversold. It's way oversold on the day. And it's so far like gone on this Wyckoff. That's just, you don't even see anything like that until like back here in March or April. Yeah, March actually. But it's so far gone on the Wyckoff. Like it's oversold, it's overbought like crazy. It's way crazy on the Wyckoff that it would even look like this. Um, I still think it's fool's gold. We have way too far to go for the Bitcoin halving. Um, it's extremely, yeah. I just don't think it lasts. Um, Coinbase just laid off like 20% of its people. Let's see, Coinbase, after already laying off some people, Coinbase layoffs. DCG and what you call it, they're still going through what they're going through. You got all these coins that need to be sold from Voyager, and so see, 2 days ago, Coinbase to slash 20% of the workforce, and then Silvergate just laid off 40 people. So it doesn't. I really don't. It doesn't seem like it should last. Um, Let me see where are we at here. Tomorrow markets will turn green or red based on the news. Um, I, I would just watch. All you can do is watch different type of resistance points and say like, okay. I'm either going to buy or sell at this resistance point. But to me, when I look at all the market, to me, I think this stuff is too hot. However, what's up, relaxing serenity sounds? Um, however, when we look at just the market in general, like so much stuff is still at so much of a crazy discount from where it actually was. Okay, 6 cents LCX. Okay, but you ain't seen 6 cents. Like if you go back to, and this is like when it first got listed. Was it listed on something before Coinbase? But it's still 6 cent LCX. You know what I mean? Like it's still so low. Let's do H bar. I can't do it on Coinbase. Let's do Binance. It's 4 cent H bar. You know what I mean? That's the lowest you've seen H bar in about 2 years. It's still everything's still so low. XRP, it did a little bit of pumping, but still it's 37 cent XRP. Like it's only a certain amount of coins like Matic where it's like, okay, you held most of your value, so like the ship is kind of sailed on you, right? From where you were like 30 cents. But a lot of other coins like XRP, Hedera, um, Stellar, you're cheap as hell. Um 8 cent Stellar. I haven't had that in literally 2 years or plus. So it's like even if you go down to like 10K Bitcoin, what are we gonna have? Like, okay, 5 cent Stellar maybe? 4 cent Stellar? Well, 4 cent Stellar would make a difference, but 5 or 6 cent Stellar, it's like, it's 8 cents, 6 cents. Not okay, it's 20%, but whatever. AVAX is pumping with its tie up with AS Amazon. Okay, let's look at that right quick. AVAX. Partners with Avalanche to okay, because they earlier this year they partnered with Alibaba, so now they're partnering with Amazon Web Services. Coincidentally, a coin that we had the CEO on, ArcBlock, they are also partnered with Amazon Web Services, and they're sold on Coinbase. Pretty cool. And of course, we mention it all the time on here, but AVAX Avalanche is one of the ones that has a lot of money locked up in this DeFi. DeFi tracks price a lot. And still understand that some chains on here, even though their DeFi doesn't necessarily have a lot in it, they still have some things going on. Like I don't know why it keeps doing this all the time. Like Hedera, they're working with IBM and all of that. So they have their DeFi up and running, but they do have other stuff that's going on. But you can see here, and you can also see here with the pump, everything's green. But yeah, Avalanche sitting in the top 6 position with almost so close to a billion locked up in it. Yeah, I like Alluvium. I like Alluvium, but you know it's so expensive. Like with it being so bear market, kind of try to file the coins down to like a certain amount of good ones. You know, since they're all cheap. Oh, Alluvium's come down a lot. This guy was as high as like $100 solid for a while. Oh wow. Okay, $50 Alluvium. Wow, look at that. Just wow. That happens. That happens. That definitely happens. Um, yeah, so very small supply, only 10 million. Yeah. But as far as like I said, these metaverse coins are behind bank coins to me. So if I had a choice to put $50 in, like this is just my investment, like not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. If I had a choice to put $50 into like Alluvium or $50 into Hedera, I'm putting it in Hedera. If I had a choice to put 50 in Sandbox or put 50 in you know XRP, I'm putting in XRP. Um, but you know, if I want to round out my portfolio and I feel like okay, I'm getting a little heavy in XRP, I'm getting a little heavy in bank coins. The next sector I might come for is some metaverse, probably. Might there I might go Web3 and go for metaverse like infrastructure plays and go like the graph or Filecoin even before I go then to Sandbox because the graph and Filecoin can have other different type of applications than just metaverse. So I might even go infrastructure for metaverse before I went metaverse. Yeah, guys, I just wanted to hit you guys with that. I'll probably be on again tomorrow. Let me know if you guys have any questions tomorrow. And I'll definitely be on Saturday. Uh, Not going for any AI cryptos. You know what? I got to do some more research on the AI cryptos. But for right now, Voice, and shout out to Voice Crypto. Only AI crypto I'm looking at the moment is VXV. Check those boys out. I have a video on these guys on my channel. They're doing work with CERN. They're also doing work with DAG Constellation. Um, very limited supply, only 50 million, was as high as $18. And if you look into their parent organization, Vector Space AI, they do a lot of work with a lot of big people, like a lot of like connected in like World Economic Forum type people. So that's what I'm doing for AI. They do these like smart machine learning AI like models to find hidden relationships and data. Very, very, very fancy stuff. Ooh, I like. There's Arweave too, and they offer perma storage. Definitely like those guys. I did a video on them as well. LPT, I am not sure about LPT. Is that live peer? Uh-huh, that is live peer. I've heard of live peer. I haven't done a deep dive into live peer. Another very small supply. DCG portfolio. So the big wigs do believe in this coin, but I had to do some further research in them. Even though DCG is like floundering right now, it does make me feel real happy, real like confident, sight unseen that they're in their portfolio. But I'll have to do a little deeper dive on those guys. Thanks for pointing them out, Pavan. Be sure, guys, also to go over, take a look at Voice Crypto's work and JJ Wentworth's work at Crypto and Down. Which reminds me, I need to add Voice to my suggested list of people, guys. If you guys go over to my channel, darkhorsewatcher.com, and scroll down to the bottom, you'll see Crypto and Down right there. So you don't really have to go hunt for them. You can just go to my channel and you could just go to my channel and find them like right below there. It's like, oh, is it this Crypto and Down? No, these guys are right here. And definitely go over there and find Voice Crypto. You can find Voice Crypto. He's using his logo. So you find the same logo. I need to add Voice to this list of people. Oh man, I'm not. Didn't mean to play my video. Okay. See, you can see Crypto and Down here. You can see Relaxing Serenity Sounds there. You can see Underdog Crypto, Gentleman Crypto, Crypto Logic John, Jump Out Girl, Simon Family, Crypto, Crypto Red Dad Blue Dad, and Fun Act Fun. I need to add Voice. I need to add a couple people actually. Um, but yeah, guys. Yes, I am on Twitter. Let me give it to you right here, Voice. It's at Blackrue. If you can see in the corner over there. I did not mean to close that window. Let me bring it up again over here. Choo, 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 choo. That song again. I did not mean to play the song again, y'all. I'm messing up over here. Okay. Yeah, so yep, that's me on Twitter, at Blackrue Voice, if you grab that. So yeah, y'all, I didn't mean to play the song again. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, guys, I'll probably be on here again tomorrow, for sure Friday, and for sure on Saturday for regularly scheduled programming on the Gentleman of Crypto at 9:30 a.m. in the morning. Thank you guys so much for coming out, and thank you guys who made it to the end. Have a good one, guys. Peace.